inside toward the back of the end zone. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Kyle Van Noy. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They'll begin the drive with Breida. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It was Jamal Adams up from his safety spot to make the play behind the line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Benson Mayowa. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Play action, now it's Tua. And the pressure gets to him again.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. Oh, the return is Reed. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field. Certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
Always a pleasure.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
10 at their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On 1st down, Carson. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
from the 41. Wilson, and now he's going to use his legs. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. From the gun, it's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. 6 yards left on second down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. They'll try the sweep. It's Lockett with it. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw in that play with a loss. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Kyle Van Noy. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. After the turnover, it's Tua. Keeps himself upright. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Tua now on 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Quandre Diggs there defensively. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
22-yard line.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long.
3rd and 14.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Dolphins.
From midfield, here's Tua. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Intercepted.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. Jerome Baker there on the tackle.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 44, Wilson flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down.
At the 46-yard line.
To throw is Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It's Shaq Lawson who worked his way in there to get him down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. After the sack on first down, Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Sliding out of the pocket. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1. At the
now Wilson. Flush to his right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
On third down, it's Carson. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Nothing doing on second and third down after that 9-yard gain on first.
It's 4th down.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. Wilson to throw. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are within the extra point of taking the lead. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
Yeah, this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Buying time to his left. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Forced out to his left. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
So taking a risk here early in the new year, they're going to go for it. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. Dancing to his left. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
I know it was a completion, but probably